Hi, boys and girls. Happy Friday. Hey, we're going to finish up this Chapter 5 Math Packet on Addition with a Chapter 5 review and test. Now, what I want you to do is just cross off that word test, and I'm going to circle the word review, okay? So a test, boys and girls, is if we were in the classroom, we would give you the directions for each one of these, and you guys would do it all by yourself without any help. That's kind of hard to do with distance learning, okay? And even if mom and dad read you the directions, I wouldn't be able to use it for a test, okay? But we can use it for just an extra page because it's a review of everything we've done in this chapter. So the first is they're going to give us a picture, and they have the word and. They're not even using the plus sign. And you just write down what you see, okay? I see 3 dogs here, and one more is coming. So 3 and 1. It doesn't even ask us how many altogether. We can see how many there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to write 4 up here, you can, but we don't have to because they just want us to put the, match the numbers with the pictures that you see. Now, look at the 10 frame. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 red counters and 1, 2, 3 yellow counters. Altogether, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're not asking us the answer. They want you guys to say which one of these sentences match this picture. This one says 4 plus 3. When you look at this picture, do you see 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3? I do. So what I'm going to do is fill in the bubble. And this is actually good practice for test taking because in first grade, you guys will be taking tests like this, I'm sure. Okay, normally you would circle the answer. Okay, like in our reading packets in our Nat Geo, we would circle the answer. But on the math, what we do is we fill this little circle in. We color the circle in with our pencil. Now this one says 4 plus 1. Do you see 4 plus 1? No, I see 4 on the top and 1 more here, but what about these? No, it should be 4 plus 3, right? 4 red plus 3. So we're not going to color that in. Okay, 4 plus 1. That's the same as this one, but it doesn't match the picture. So this is the only one that applies. 4 red plus 3 yellow. Here's an easy one. What if we were using our cubes and we had 2 yellow plus 2 green? How many would that be altogether? You can put your answer right here. And also trace over the 2 plus 2 equals. You guys know the answer, right? Okay, on the back of it, this time they want you to draw a picture. Well, there's a little story problem. Annabelle has 2 red cubes. She has 2 yellow cubes. How many cubes does she have? I'm going to draw them. I'm going to draw 2 red cubes. And I can color those in later, plus 2 yellow cubes. This is a story problem. And whenever you have a story problem, it's good to draw a picture to go with it. Okay, so I draw the 2 red cubes, which I'll color later, 2 yellow cubes. How many does she have altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now this one is a little bit tricky. We have to fill in the missing number. Okay, they're showing us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red cubes, and the number 7 is here. Look at the cube train. How many red cubes do you see? How many more cubes do you need to make 10? Well, if we already have 7, we don't want to make 10 more, right? We're not making this number. Let's just try it. What if I make 1 more cube? Would that be 10? 7 and 1 is 8. Let's make 2 more cubes. Okay, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not enough. We want to make 10. Let's try 3 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 3 is the answer. We need 3 more cubes. 7 plus 3 equals 10. This is a missing number. Remember we did that? We did that last week, didn't we? Okay, down here we have to find the missing number, but the answer is up here. The picture's already here. It says there are, sorry, I gotta go down here, write and trace the numbers to complete the addition sentence. We've got 1, 2, 3 airplanes. Over here, there's 2 more. All together, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I see the number 3, and I see the number 5 all together. So we need to write the missing number, right? We started with 3. How many do we need to add to it? We need to add 2 more to get the answer of 5. missing numbers. Okay, here we're going to do the missing number also. I see 4 ants, 1, 2, 3, 4. Altogether, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that answer is over here. Altogether, there are 6. What's the missing number? If we started with 4, how many more do we need? We need to write these 2, right? 4 and 2 is 6. Okay, here's a story problem down here. Nora has 1 green crayon. Gary has some crayons. Together they have 5. Okay, so if Nora, I'm just going to put an N so I remember. I could write her whole name there. If Nora has 1 and altogether they have 5, how many crayons does Gary have? So we know that Nora has 1. So if Nora has 1 and there's 5 altogether, how many do we have to add? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that. I'm going to draw 4 more crayons. These are, what was his name? Was it Gary? Yeah, these are Gary. I have a nephew named Gary. I don't remember that. He lives in Florida. Okay, let's try that. I'm going to draw 4 more crayons, and I think that's going to be the answer, right? Nora has 1, and Gary has 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we need to make sure. Does that add up to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is. 1 and 4, and don't forget, you're going to trace over those equal sign and plus sign. I'm going to write his name right here, Gary. Okay. Down here, does this show a number pair for 7? Okay, so boys and girls, we either get to fill in the bubble next to YES, yes, or we fill in the bubble next to NO, no. We're trying to figure out if it equals 7. 5 plus 2. Now, I don't care. If you want to use your cubes, you can. I'm just going to use my fingers. 5 plus 2. Does that equal 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it does. So instead of putting the answer, I'm not going to write the answer. I'm just going to say yes. 5 plus 2 equals 7. I'm going to put a big 7 here just to remind me what I'm looking for. 4 plus 3. Let's start with 4 and let's add 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, sorry. 4. Let's add 1, 2, 3 more. I said that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, that's another way to make a 7. I'm going to circle in the bubble next to yes. Both of these make 7, don't they? How about 2 plus 4? Let's start with 2 on one hand and 4 on the other. Let's add it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does not make 7, does it? So this time we're going to fill in the bubble next to NO spells no. Okay? They really like the kindergartners just to start filling in bubbles because it gets used to, the standardized tests that they do later on. Okay, now we've got one more page. Look at this. I'm going to throw this whole thing away. We're done. Okay, so up here, here's the directions. Circle all the number pairs for 8. We're doing the same thing, but this time we're going to circle it if it adds up to 8. So let me put 8 up here. I'm going to put 8. We're looking for everything that adds up to 8. 4 plus 5. 4 on one hand, 5 on the other. Does that equal 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it doesn't. Here, another way to do that? Think about 5 on the top and 4 on the bottom. That does that. It's 9. Okay, we're looking for things that add up to 8, so we're not going to circle that one. 2 plus 6. Let's start out with 2, and let's add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that equal 8? I'm holding up 8 fingers, aren't I? So I'm going to circle that one. And then this one says 1 plus 7. Okay, I'm going to start with 7. It's easier. 7 and add 1 more. Hey, that's another way to make 8, right? And if that, you could also use your cubes to figure those out. Yeah. Down here it says, Larry counted out 9 cubes. The cubes were either red or blue. How many red and blue cubes could he have? Color the cubes to show the number of red and blue. You get to make up your own. Red and blue, and we're making 9. So I actually happen to have that right here. I'm just going to take one of these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I used 4 blue. And I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red. Now, if you want to make it a different way, you can. You don't have to do it just like mine. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to go 4 blue and 5 red. And then I will color those in later. Okay? And then down at the bottom, it says complete the addition sentence to show a number pair for 10. Okay, what do you want? There's so many we can do. Remember, we just did that yesterday? We could do 5 plus 5. We could do 9 plus 1. We could do 8 plus 2. I don't care which one. A number pair for 10. I'm going to do 5 plus 5. And it doesn't say to draw a picture to go with it, but it always helps if you do. What if I put 5 stars over here and 5 stars over here? Or we could make a dice with 5 on it. There, 5 and 5 equals 10. So all I have to do is go back and color that in. And this was just a good way to wrap up the week. So we just did our first practice test for addition, and we're ready to move on next week to subtraction, to takeaway. Okay, good job, boys and girls.